Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is Setoria. Welcome.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing great. I am doing fabulously. How are
Oh,
you?
I am doing fabulous as well. So we're both fabulous. What's going on?
I love that. I love that. Well, it is such a pleasure to have you here.
Oh, thank
And for
you.
everyone who's watching, I want you to give them a big introduction of yourself and a little bit
Oh.
about your background.
Okay, well, my name is Setoria. I am a singer, songwriter, entrepreneur. I'm out of the DC area. I sing fabulous R&B soul music.
Mhm.
I have been gigging with bands for like the past years. It's been a while, but I have definitely been making my mark in the DMV area and abroad, other places as
Mhm.
well. So, very excited to be here. So excited for the invite. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So for anyone who's never seen you live or never listened to you before, what can they expect from the Setoria experience?
Well, right now, I gig a lot with a band where we do a lot of cover music. So, when you're doing cover
Mm.
music, you definitely need to be on point, but also, you need to give a little bit of yourself in it as well. So, you're going to find
Yes.
a lot of soul. You're going to find a lot of, just trying to make people happy, cracking
Mhm.
jokes and just a real experience.
Yeah,
People walk
yeah.
away, and they're very excited and they're happy. So it's about spreading love and joy and celebrating life, actually.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
great. That's important. And how did you get into music and at what age?
Oh my gosh. I've been singing. I can't remember not singing. I believe
Wow.
I started probably around 6 years old, singing in the
Hmm.
church choir. So I'm singing in a church choir. From there it turned into singing in school. You're in the school chorus. From
Hmm.
there, you're doing talent shows or showcases, and then you're doing open mics, and then you're finding a band if you want to go in that direction. I found a band to get with, and it's been just uphill from there. I've been
Oh.
writing poetry since I was like a teenager, not
Oh.
knowing that you can turn a poem into a song,
Into a
right?
song, yeah.
Exactly. It's so crazy. When I was a teen, I never thought about that. I just
Hmm.
never could get the connection. But once I got it, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I got it.
that is fabulous. And what kind of music inspires you? What kind of artist genres, like what inspires you?
Yeah. Well, I grew up with gospel,
Hmm.
R&B.
Hmm.
I'm from the DC area, so go-go music is
Of
definitely in there as
course,
well. You gotta have a
yes.
little bit go-go. But I love rock, I love all kinds of music. I just love good music.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
And when you sit down to write poetry
Hmm.
or
Okay.
music or anything like that, what kind of themes do you like to explore?
Well, let me tell you about the current project that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
And it's basically, telling my story.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to keep it real, and I
Mm.
think it's time now that I'm able to share that with others. It's hard for an artist to kind of like, when we write music based upon our own life experiences, it's really tough to share yourself, to give yourself to
Yeah.
other people. It's really tough. So, but where I am in my life right now, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it all hang out. I might as well.
Yes.
You only live once, and God gave me a gift, and hopefully my life experiences, will be able to touch others. Similar to like Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
we've been through, I've been married, divorced, everything but
Mhm.
married. So, I want, people to relate to my music and be able to, I just want to shed light and, just encourage people when they need encouragement. We can cry together, we can laugh together. So that's the type of soul that I am putting
Mm.
out.
And what's the process been like in creating this upcoming new project?
Girl, just going through stuff.
Hmm.
Just going through stuff, and being able to just, because I'm a kind of a private person and I really
Yeah.
don't like to put my business out there. But
Hmm.
I had to pray on it. I had
Yeah,
to pray
yeah.
like, okay, you know what? I want to write music that has substance, that's meaningful,
Mm.
music that can be timeless. I want people to listen to my music 10 years from now and say, hey, I can still relate to that. It's not trendy. you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so like right now, I'm basically just, continue to keep a diary, a journal of my thoughts, the things that are
Mm-hmm.
going on, reflecting on good things, bad things, and just putting it all together. So that's where I am right now. And my single that I recently released last year, Back to Me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I released it early this year. Back to Me, it took me a whole year to write that song because, it was so personal to me. I mean, it's like I would cry, writing that piece because it
Mm-hmm.
was so deep. I was in a place where, I can talk about it now. I was coming out of a depression. I was in a dark
Mm-hmm.
place. I felt that I had been giving my too much of myself to other outlets besides myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Right now, I need to get myself together. I need to get back to me. And after
Oh.
yeah, get back to my happiness, get back to the
Mm-hmm.
things that make me feel whole, and and be proud of the woman who I am. I've grown, and that needs to show in my music, and I want to actually share that with others. Hopefully, to, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, to touch other lives.
Yeah,
um
yeah,
after
certainly.
releasing that song, I received a, thank God, I received a lot of great positive feedback on like,
Feedback.
oh my
Mhm.
gosh, girl, I've been going through this right now. Men and women, been telling me that they have really, the song has touched them. They would listen to it in the morning for inspiration. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I want to do. Exactly. We can get through this together.
Yes, yes, I love that because so many people, especially during the pandemic, have just
Yeah.
gone through a whole lot, and have found themselves in really mentally dark
Mhm.
places with that. And I know for many, creating art is one of the ways how to cope with it. You're
Yep.
able to therapize, you're able to put that into something, kind of
Yes.
take all those feelings, kind of take that darkness, put it into something that even creates more light, and
Yes.
that can help, certainly, certainly. So I know that that's been a big thing, especially for artists during this time. How has the pandemic affected you, especially because you do perform with a band? So how was
Mhm.
that affected, and how have you had to adapt to
Wow.
it?
Yeah, well, everything was at a halt,
Yeah.
because we couldn't perform, or if we could perform in certain venues, there was like, a capacity, on the
Mm-hmm.
amount of people that could be there. So that definitely affected the money, it affected
Mm-hmm.
the performance. So that,
Mm-hmm.
was very, very devastating, just kind of sitting at home on your hands. And I
Yeah.
think, but by doing that, that's what made me say, okay, you know what, girl? You got to fix some stuff in your life. You
Mm-hmm.
got to, this now is the time for you to get it
Mm-hmm.
together. So that's when I actually dug deep into myself. So it gave me that quiet time. That's how it
Yeah.
really affected me. It stopped the performances, but it gave
Mm-hmm.
me time back to me to reflect on things that I need to really work on. Sometimes we're really, really busy in our lives doing so much,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of lose ourselves, or
Yeah.
we stop doing certain things to take care of ourselves, really, because we're so busy ripping and running. And so
Yeah.
that time, it allowed me to really sit back and reflect on me and the things that I want to do, the things that I have done, the things that I need to
Mm,
change. So that's what it actually did. And I birthed a song. And it also
yes.
made me say to myself, for now on, this is the type of music that you need to put out,
Yeah.
something that is meaningful, things with
Mhm.
substance, and something that people can relate and they can grow from. And if anybody is going through any of the crap I'm going through, we're going to get through this together.
Awesome. And I know you created a music video for a Back to
Yes.
Me as well. What was that like, making the music video and doing all of that? What was that process like?
Well, the video that you're referring to is for my song before that, and that was Spell on Me. Yeah, no,
Ah,
yeah, Say My Name. I'm sorry. The name of that song
there
was
we
Say
go.
My Name.
Yes.
That's the sexy video. That's the mode that
Mhm.
I was in before the pandemic. I was all nice and sexy and stuff, but
Yeah.
when the pandemic happened, it's like, hold up, I'm a hot mess. So I'm a hot mess and sexy at the same time, okay?
Yes.
But but no, I needed to definitely do some fine tuning. So but yeah, making that video, oh, it was great. It was phenomenal. I flew down to Atlanta. The
Mhm.
video was shot there. A definitely wonderful crew. It was a great experience just shooting a video,
Mhm. Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
like a piece of your work come to life, because people, they hear the song, they may, that's a nice song.
Yeah,
But when you see
yeah.
the video, it's like, okay, it reinvents the song. It brings the song to life. So,
Yes,
and I'm going to be
yes.
working on the video for Back to Me very soon as well. So that's going to be really
Awesome.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited about it.
I love that. I love that. Well, any upcoming shows, upcoming projects you wanna let people be aware of that's coming up?
Well, on March the 26th, we will be doing the Rock and Roll Marathon in DC. Not really sure if
Oh.
you're familiar with it, but if you can Google it, it's an
Hmm.
event that they hold several times a year, but it's
Hmm.
in different cities. So, if you're into marathon running, if you run marathons and stuff like
Mm.
that, you may be familiar with it. So basically, they have a lot of bands that are along the course, the running
Yeah,
course. So when the runners are running, like every half a mile, there's a different band that's
yeah.
playing. So it's outside, it's free to the public for people who are running and people who are just walking past. So that's really, really cool. That's coming up. We also, I have, like, I'm getting ready to be in a play on April 30th. It's called A Mother's
Oh,
Prayer.
I
Yeah.
love that.
So, I'm sorry, the prayers of a mother. Ooh, I'm sorry,
Hmm.
Marissa. It's written by Marissa Jackson. She's a really, really great screenwriter or playwriter. So
Hmm.
that play is coming up. So April 30th, if you follow me, you definitely want to get a ticket for that one. So,
Hmm.
we have some other things that are kind of pending, but it's because we're still watching the pandemic. So some
Yes.
people are still
Yeah.
kind of a little nervous about, investing and putting something out there. And we
Yep.
still
Yep.
don't know what's going on. Even though now things are getting a lot better, we
Hmm.
still don't know.
I
So,
agree. I
a lot of places
agree.
are still a little like kind of we're standing back, we're watching. But, as
Hmm.
things come along, if you follow me or if you go to my website, things are normally, they're updated.
Yeah.
So you can
And speaking
definitely,
of that, let everyone know how they can follow you, keep up with you,
yes.
and all of that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my website is setoria.net, and that's setoria.net. There you can find all of my social media outlets, but I am also on I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, Instagram as Setoria, and on YouTube, Setoria the vocalist. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. You mentioned the play, and I'm also a playwright myself, and we were
Oh,
in rehearsals in November because we wanted to go live at the beginning of February, but because of Omicron, we had to
yeah.
pause rehearsals, push it to spring, and we're still kind of watching to see, how the pandemic goes to see,
Yeah.
if you're really going to premiere it at the dates that we're good. So I totally get it. I totally understand. But I am just hoping and keeping my fingers crossed for
Yes.
you and for myself that,
Yes.
things continue in a positive direction and
Yes.
we can, finally get back to that. Before I let you go, what advice do you have for, young people out there who are looking to get into music, who are trying to find their voice,
Mhm.
when it comes to music? What advice do you have for them?
Yeah. Keep going.
Mm.
Seriously, keep going. Life is going to happen. You're gonna unfortunate things are going to happen. I know a lot of people who stop doing what they love doing because of life events.
Mhm.
You may lose your God. I'm sorry, you may lose your job. God
Mhm.
forbid, you may lose a parent, or
Mhm.
you may get sick, or just something may happen. And sometimes people just give up. You're going to deal with a whole bunch of effery.
Mhm. Yep.
You're gonna deal with a lot of mean people. You're gonna deal with
Mhm.
people who are gonna try to rob you, people who are gonna try to take things from you, or tell you that you're not good enough. You're gonna hear that every day. You're gonna get on social media, people gonna beat you up, they're gonna
Mhm.
talk, they're gonna troll you, it's just, but it's gonna be so much pressure and so many things going on, but keep going. Do not allow someone to take that away from you. You must live on purpose. If God gave you a gift, you better show it. You better show it. So
Awesome.
that's my thing, because I know a lot of people, they may lose their way,
Mhm.
and they may say, okay, I don't want to do this anymore because no one likes it, or you feel that you're not getting the response that you need, or it's hard work, but
Yeah.
just remember all of those things, that's paying your dues. as you keep moving, paying your dues to me is not monetarily paying something. Paying your dues is going through the blood, sweat, tears, the aggravation, the disappointments, all of that, the setbacks, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the dues that you're paying. So continue to move forward.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great words of advice. Thank you, Setoria, for
Oh,
joining
thank
me
you.
today. It has been such a pleasure. To everyone watching, please make sure you follow Setoria. The links will be in the description below, so you can go ahead and check out everything that Setoria has to offer. Thank you so much for joining
Oh,
me
you are
today.
so
Such a
welcome. Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you. To everyone watching,
Welcome.
please follow Team Racing Productions on all forms of social media, like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, thank you for watching.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.